What is up, guys? Today we have a very special video. Today we're going to be installing a new rear sway bar. So we got the Perrin sway bar here. This is for the 2008 to, I think it's 2008 plus STI and WRX. Yeah, right over here. So this is the code for the Perrin sway bar. This is for the WRX and STI 08 plus. This is the 22 millimeters. So this is going to be a nice little upgrade over the one that we have on right now. Now, if you guys haven't checked out that video or my last video, in the last video we actually installed some Whiteline Endlinks and braces on the rear sway bar, and the current rear sway bar that we have on now is a 2015 WRX rear sway bar. So the difference between all these sway bars is that the stock Forester one is 16 millimeter, the WRX one that we upgraded to is 19 millimeter, and this one is 22 millimeter, and it's actually adjustable, so we can really dial in the tension. Tension meaning how stiff we want the rear suspension to be. So I think we may either put it on the medium setting or the tougher setting, and I'll show you guys right now what I mean. Boy, that was like the easiest unboxing I've ever done. So here is the sway bar, nice red color. We have 3 different holes here. Each hole provides a different form of resistance. The outer one being the least amount of resistance, or tension rather, I guess tightness in the rear end, and the innermost one provides the most. So really aggressive, not that aggressive, and right in the middle. I think we might be putting it in the middle, but we'll see. So pretty straightforward packaging. We have the sway bar itself. We have the bushings that it comes with, the upgraded bushings, and we have a Perrin license plate bracket. Now, I spoke directly with Perrin, and they did confirm that this will fit the Foresters, the 2014 and up XT Foresters. So let's see how good it fits, and yeah, let's start the install. There we go. So that's one right there. Now the top one that's right over here, I think that's also a 13. Let me just double check. 13? No, I think it's a 12. Yeah, it's a 12. Alright, so we're gonna loosen this up. Let's see if we can break it free. There it is. That wasn't too bad. There we go. So that's all we want to do. We want to untighten it a little bit to where we could kind of pivot it around. So I'm going to leave that down there. And I think we could take this bracket off now. Might need a little bit of convincing, so I'm going to grab my mallet to kind of hammer it off. Alright, so we're going to use this little thing right here, see if we can knock it right off. Now, you know what? I think this bracket has a little holder over here on the side. Hold on, let me see. Just got to pop it off over here. Come on. Almost out. There we go. Yeah, so this was the little hook part on top that was holding it. So you just gotta pry it off with the flathead and you're good. So the brace is off, the top bolt on the bracket is off, the bracket itself is off. Now the only last bolt that we have to undo is the one right over here on the end link. And then we could take off this end, and then we gotta go to the other side and do the same thing. Alright, so we got the bolt off of the end link. This is a 14 millimeter, I think. Yeah, it's a 14 millimeter. So now we just have to pull this off of the whole setup over here. Just slide the sway bar out. Quick side-by-side comparison for those of you who have WRXs. So your WRX rear sway bar, the OEM one's gonna look like that. And just to give you an idea of the difference in thickness, a little bit bigger with the Perrin one. I really like the color too. I like that it's painted, and this is the biggest difference, right? So the Perrin one has the 3 adjustable holes like we talked about, and the OEM WRX one only has 1. So for those of you who have Foresters, your sway bar is going to look like this, but it's going to be a little bit smaller, not as big in diameter. Twist it around. Yep, just had to feed it in backwards. Or so I think. There we go. Yep, I was correct. Had to feed it in backwards. Alright, so we're going to let it rest on the exhaust right over here. Hope you guys can see what I'm talking about. And we're going to try and bolt everything up. Alright, so we're going to start by passing the end link in through this middle hole. I think that's what we'll go with. So I probably have a couple of drops of water on the lens right now, but I hope you guys could see this. So we did the passenger side. The hardest part was getting the Endlink all lined up with the hole on the sway bar. So what I did here is I took the jack and jacked up the what I believe is the lower control arm, kind of lifted it up to kind of get the angle right, so I could guide the thread through the sway bar hole. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I just finished tightening everything up. It took a while. This was maybe like a 2-hour install. The only thing that was really annoying was adjusting the end links and trying to get it just right to fit through the sway bar hole. Honestly, I think it's because these end links aren't exactly designed for the Forester. They're designed for the WRX, so it was a very tight squeeze, but I made it work. One thing that did really help was using the jack and raising up the lower control arm over here to kind of get the right angle to get the end link through the sway bar. So that really helped. So we tightened everything up. Basically, all the tools that I used, we have a 17 millimeter for this bolt over here, a 12 for the top bolt bracket, a 13 for the bottom bolt bracket of the brace, and this one right over here was, I believe, a 14. So yeah, 4 different socket sizes. So got it all set up, got the little Perrin logo right there, looks pretty cool. So I'm going to give it a test drive, give it a feel. I'm going to let the suspension settle for a little bit, and I think in 2 days I'm going to follow up actually. Actually, you know what, I'm going to go get an alignment first, and then I'm going to test it out. Alright, so we're at our testing location for the sway bar. There are some cars parked on the side here, but we're going to try and make this work. So basically what I'm going to try and do is do 90-degree rotations in the wheel and give it about anywhere between 20 and 30 miles per hour. I can't really replicate the results that I got last time, or the same setup that I had last time when I upgraded from the 16 to the 19, because I don't have a camera person on the outside of the car to you guys can basically see the body roll. But I'll give you a brief look into how it looks from my perspective in this first person view, and then maybe you guys can get an idea of how it looks that way. So let's go ahead and give it a go now that this car's passed. Alright, so we can go ahead and get started right now. Feels pretty good so far as is. Well, I have stuff in the front seat right now, and it's just all over the place. Oh man. I don't know if you guys can hear those like cans rustling around and stuff, but that's some GDI, what is it called? The CRC like valve intake cleaner and the turbo cleaner. I actually did that the other day, and I think it really cleaned up the inside of the engine. Let's go ahead and make a U-turn here, and let's try this again. Let me put these cans down on the floor. That's not as noisy. All right, let's try now. Give it a little more gas than last time. Oh, that's definitely a little bit more tightened up, and this is a little bit faster too than before. Woo! All right, not bad. I can definitely feel a difference between this and the WRX sway bar. It feels pretty good. Yeah, it feels pretty damn good. We're gonna try actually one more time. Let's see if we get one more passing before any cars come by. So let's see, let's go a little quicker. Yeah, so this is like, I guess, a little more straight line because I'm going a little faster. Woo! Feels like a rodeo. Oh my god. Man, that's pretty damn good for an SUV. That was pretty cool. Hold on, let me go ahead and save that. There we go. Because last time I tried filming this, I filmed it with the dash cam and it didn't quite record everything. I don't know why. I really hope that this time it did record it. So we'll see how that footage turns out. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, I know this wasn't the most comprehensive, I guess, demonstration part of the video, but pretty good for the most part. The installation wasn't too bad. I got the end links all set up. You know, you guys saw that whole portion. I'm kind of just trying to recall what I did that day, because this is like way later. I didn't have a lot of time to kind of get this part of the video out. But today, actually, I had the Megan Racing front sway bar come in. So I'm going to try and install that tonight. It is a little bit dark, but I'm going to set up some lights and stuff and just get underneath the car and make it happen. So yeah, so I think I'll do a full suspension mods video, and I try to make it a little bit more comprehensive once I get that front sway bar on as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take it easy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care now. Peace.